Hello and salutations again, everybody. It is yours truly, Jake Flame, with my buddy, Princess Todd. Say hello to everybody, Princess Todd. Okay, not gonna lie, we haven't really thought of a voice for them yet. It's just has been very busy with other stuff. Haven't really had much time to focus on that. Which is why I'm finally getting around to this video, of course. Most of my stuff has finally been taken care of. Work is obviously still something I do. I mean, come on. I mean, how else am I supposed to keep this place running? I mean, I've even got a light broken in here, which I can't really seem to fix, so gonna have to work on that. I finally got my martial arts test done. I do not know the results. We probably won't know until like maybe a week or 2 or 3. My sensei likes keeping us in suspense, which is part of the fun of the test. And yes, you are all probably wondering again, Princess Todd is here with me for another exciting video of Storytime with Jake Flame, which I'm pretty sure y'all have no problem with. It's just, where's Puppy? He and I are still not on speaking terms. Okay? So, yeah, you could say he's being a bad dog.
I'm not a bad dog! I'm not!
Yes, you are!
Can't I come out of the corner now?
No! No,
Come on! It's so lonely! It's annoying being in here. There's nothing to do! Please!
Well, if it's annoying, you shouldn't have made me mad. Now get back in the corner! And put on your dunce hat!
I want to put on a hat. This isn't a friggin' 1950s. Come on.
The words you're thinking are 1760s, and I don't care. Put on the damn hat. I don't actually have like a cone hat thing, so we had to make do with a Santa Claus hat. Still makes him look pretty doofusy. Anyway. We are finally going to get into Daniel X Lights Out, because I really want to get this whole book done. Like I'm always saying, I know I'm probably sounding like a broken record repeating this stuff over and over and over again, but I really gotta get this friggin' book done so I can get some other videos done. It's already stressful enough trying to remember when to read this thing. I could be making so many other videos. I could also be watching so many other videos. Not just on YouTube, but also on TikTok, which I thought I'd mention to you all. Yes! Before y'all hit any other buttons and stuff, I want you to know your buddy Jake Flame's got himself a TikTok account now. Normally, I don't really do other sites like that, mostly because I think TikTok is just some glorified knockoff version of YouTube, whereas, you know, you could literally just do all those videos on YouTube anyway. I mean, come on, we already do plenty of those. I already see plenty of those videos on YouTube as small little shorts to begin with, so why even have a different platform? But after some persuasion from a friend of mine.
He's lying! You won the
Shut up, Puppy! Don't make me tie you up by your scarf again!
Ah!
As I was saying, after some persuasion by a friend, I decided to get into the, TikToking thing. Which I guess is pretty okay. I mean, I'm not saying it's better than YouTube. I mean, because, come on. How can it be better than YouTube? I'm saying it's just okay. Don't go trying to mess with my words, changing them around and all that. So, without further ado, if y'all ever feel like checking me out on TikTok. I don't have many videos on there, but if you feel like checking it, check it out. My TikTok name is at JakeFlame2. You'll probably I'll try and put the link in the description below. Other than that, if you enjoy my storytime videos, make sure to hit that like button. If you feel like it, comment down, tell me what you think, and make sure you hit that subscribe and notification bell. That way you can keep track of all my videos that update. So that way you don't miss a thing. Now, let's go on with the story. If I can remember correctly, we last left off when yes, we last left off with the prayer Groundhog Daying. I think that would be the proper description of this for poor Daniel. He was Groundhog Daying Daniel by making him return back to the hospital where he had gotten ran over. Except this time, he was basically chloroformed and all that. So, yes, the catch, torture, and release system. So let's figure out how Daniel gets out of this situation again. Shall we? Let's see. Chapter 44. But what was my backup? Where was my backup? I became totally obsessed with trying to decipher my father's cryptic message. Is there some weapon I'm supposed to find? Some ally? Maybe another warrior to help me take down the prayer? I was so fixated on figuring out what it was my father wanted me to do that I started muttering my internal monologue out loud. Who's my backup? Where's my backup? Was I going crazy? The so-called doctors and nurses sure seemed to think so. They tied my arms and legs to the hospital bed with thick leather straps buckled tight. Find my backup? What's my backup? Should I back up the Tusk computer? When I started asking the scoop of mashed potatoes on my cafeteria tray these questions, over and over, the doctors decided to transfer me to the psychiatric wing of the hospital. This time when they rolled me down the halls, they were really halls, not just canvas flats from a Hollywood movie set. It was a real hospital. It even smelled like chicken broth mixed with antiseptic. Oh boy. I realized I might truly be insane.
God damn it, right you are!
I was talking about the book, puppy!
Yeah, well, it still goes along for you. I mean, what guy talks to toys as if they're people?
Okay, that may seem like it to these guys, but still.
Ain't no still about it, man!
Get back in the corner!
Fine!
No, where was I? Oh, apologies. Oh yes, I realize I might truly be insane. This whole Daniel X thing could be a figment of my imagination. All the running around in New York City, Kentucky, and Kansas could have taken place right here in the hospital bed. In my head. Could this be my real reality? Was Daniel X just a fevered dream? Every day, usually after a snack of pills in tiny paper cups, I had to go to group therapy. The last time we spoke, said Dr. Loser, the psychiatrist in the tweed coat who liked to stroke his goatee, you exhibited a great deal of hostility. He formed another fingertip tent under his nose and waited patiently for me to respond. Well, I said, maybe I'm slightly hostile because, like I told you yesterday, the prayer got my girlfriend, Mel, who is really Dana, to give me electroshock therapy with jumper cables hooked up to some kind of high-voltage spaceship battery. I was sitting on a plastic chair in a circle that included the psychiatrist and 7 other patients. Half of them looked numbed out on drugs. The other half was drooling in anticipation, wondering what kind of kooky stuff I'd say next. I did not disappoint. "Maybe I should have stayed a cockroach," I said. My fans in the group circle giggled. "Pardon?" said the doctor, arching a single eyebrow. "After I teleported to New York City to get away from all those giant Mack trucks that had turned into humongous bulldogs, I turned myself into a cockroach so I could escape the lightning bolts being hurled at me in the middle of Times Square." Dr. Loser stroked his beard some more. "I see. And how did that make you feel, Daniel?" Pretty small and insignificant at first, but then I found this puddle of spilled Coke. No bubbles, just sticky syrup. Yum. "Daniel," the shrink started. "It seems—" I held up my hand to stop him. "I know. You're going to tell me that when I had my motorcycle accident, I ran over a cockroach and it had a lightning bolt marking on its thorax." "No," said Dr. Loser. "I was going to say that, given your high level of anger and bitterness, it seems you have reached the alienation phase of coping with your trauma." I nodded. "Makes sense. After all, I'm an alien here in your nation." The whole group cracked up at that one. Even the zonked out zombies. When I joined in and started laughing like a maniac too, Dr. Loser raised a single finger to summon an orderly. Another linebacker in white came at me with another syringe filled with bye-bye juice. The instant he jammed the needle into my arm, my head slumped forward. I drifted down into the spiraling black hole of unconsciousness again. The last thing I heard was the group laughing at me. And I may be wrong, but I think Dr. Loser was laughing at me too.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that sounds pretty trippy and suspicious, if I'm being honest.
Yes, puppy, indeed. And again, I told you you're not supposed to talk. Stay in that corner.
I've been in the corner all day! I've been in the corner all week! I'm tired!
Well, then you're
out!
gonna keep staying there until you shut up and learn your lesson.
I don't even remember the lesson I'm learning! I don't even remember what I did wrong!
Well, still stay in the corner because I do remember.
Yeah, easy for you to say because you're always so...
I swear, Princess Todd, he is just insane. Ain't that right? Anyways, let's continue on. Chapter 45. When I woke up, I was back in my hospital bed. "There he is," said a super cheery voice that sounded like my mom. If my mom was being played by a cheesy sitcom actress. "I knew this would snap him out of it." "We had to smuggle these in," she chirped, fanning her hand over an open foil container filled with a stack of piping hot pancakes. "But there's nothing like a hearty breakfast to cure whatever ails you, I've always said." And I've always said, never argue with a boy's mother about what's best for him, joked a man who looked like my dad would have looked if my dad were on display in a wax museum. "So eat up, Daniel. Those may be the last pancakes your mom ever makes." "Huh?" "Our pancake maker was stolen, surreptitiously. What a waffle experience." Okay. Robo-Dad even cracked corny puns like my real dad sometimes did. I had to applaud the prayer's script writing skills. Either that, or I had gone completely bonkers. "You're not insane, Daniel," said another mother who had materialized in my room. "These two are not who they claim to be." "My puns aren't that lame," said a second father standing beside my mirror image mother. "Are they, Eltrelda?" "Sometimes, Graf," said mom number 2. "Wait a second," said the first father. "Who the heck are Graf and Eltrelda?" "Those are Danny's made-up names for his space parents," said mom number 1. "But did Space Mom bring you your favorite food?" "Of course not. How could she? She's not real, Daniel. The parents who called themselves Graf and Ultrelda were both wearing silver elephant pendants, emblems of Alpernokian homeworld solidarity. My real parental units received their pendants when they graduated from the academy and accepted their first jobs in the protectorship. Or maybe I made all that up. Maybe it was just another part of my imaginary alternate reality. Eat these before they get cold, Daniel, said Mom number 1. I made them with chocolate chips and then sprinkled on powdered sugar. Hang on a sec, I said, turning to the other side of the bed and my other set of parents. How can you guys even be here? Easy, said my dad with the cocky grin I remember from our many hardcore training sessions. Some part of your brain must have known you needed parental advice. But wait, you can't come back. I cast your souls to the wind. Remember, Mom? After Dad's spirit passed over, you said none of us is immortal. And then your spirit moved on too. My mother, or the one who seemed more like my mother than the other mother in the room, smiled. It is true, Daniel, but those who lived their life in the light never truly die. So basically these guys are just Jedi Force ghosts all of a sudden. My gosh, real Star Wars reference if I ever heard one. I looked to my dad, the one I felt had to be my dad. He winked. We love you, Daniel. Always. Okay, that nearly clinched it. We love you, Daniel. Always had been my father's final words to me right before he died. But wait a second. The prayer killed my father. The giant praying mantis monstrosity would have heard those words too. This new set of parents could be another pair of pre-programmed imposters sent by number 1 to mess with my head. Zabul does not like this planet, said Dad number 2. Humanity, with its abundant reservoirs of goodness and light, is a constant irritant to the forces of darkness. Whoa, said Dad number 1. Sounds like somebody in this room watches way too many Star Wars movies. I got it. See? I knew it. Star Wars references. All kinds. Crazy. The other father didn't even react to that. The next time number 1 catches you, Daniel, he said with steely determination, the thing will most certainly destroy you. And, added my other mother, it will attempt to crush your soul to prevent it from moving on to the next realm. It will deny you access to the light and take you with it into the darkness. I dropped my head into my pillow and closed my eyes tight. Either I was an ordinary teenager named Daniel Manashil with a hyperactive imagination who had been in a bad motorcycle accident, or I was Daniel X, the world's Earth's final protector. If I was Daniel the alien hunter, then the fate of an entire solar system, not to mention the cosmic balance between good and evil, had come crashing down on my head. If I was Daniel Manashil, I would have to erase all this alternative universe crap from my mind once and for all, so I could go home, fix my motorcycle, and ask the Dana I knew from school to go with me to the homecoming dance. Either way, I was definitely going to need some backup. Too bad neither one of my dads had mentioned where I might find some. And ooh, look at that. We have now begun. We are starting to reach the final stretch in this game. Part 3, ladies and gentlemen, Fighting for Eternity. What do you think, Princess Todd? Should I read one more chapter instead of just leaving it at 2? I'm not sure what that means. Are you saying yes to me continuing on with one more chapter, or are you saying yes to me not continuing on to one more chapter? We've really got to get you a voice, don't we? I didn't mean it as a bad thing. It's just, I mean, having a friend who's a mute can be very, very confusing. You know what? Just for you. Okay. Nod your head once if you want me to read it. Nod your head twice if you don't want me to. Okay, we're reading it. We're going to read the first chapter of the third part of this book. So all y'all keep your ears open, yeah? Chapter 46. When I opened my eyes, both sets of parents were still in the room. Oh, great. Just then a swath of violet-tinged light crept across the floor. I looked over to the door. The crack under it was a glowing strip of ultraviolet light. "Mom!" I hollered. "Get down!" The door burst open. The prayer had kicked it in with a quick blast from his muscular leg. One set of parents, the mom and dad who had arrived first, quickly leaped back from the bed rails and huddled up against the wall, taking themselves out of harm's way. The other set stood their ground. Quick footnote. If you're ever in a similar jam, here's how you can tell who your real parents are. They're the ones who don't abandon you in the face of danger. And damn right on that.
It's pretty sad you can't say the same thing for your own mother, huh?
Puppy? Yeah, okay, you're not completely wrong there. I wish I've never been in a scenario where I could say the same about my own mother. So
damn right, that's what I thought.
I'm most convinced she would run away if I was ever in danger.
She probably would. Priorities.
And I wouldn't blame her. Who'd want to protect me? Especially against a giant evil bug monster. Survival of the fittest is the first thing my mother always taught me. Anyways, let's continue. Quick footnote, if you're ever in a similar jam, here's how you can tell who your real parents are. They're the ones who don't abandon you in the face of danger. Beep. "You!" roared the prayer in its deep, strangled voice. "I already killed you both!" "You can't kill love," replied my mother extremely calmly, especially considering the fact that the prayer was taunting his sizzling Opus 2424. And, oh my god, really? You can't kill love? Cliche. "Lower the gun, my friend," said my father. "I am not your friend. Die again, alien hunter!" Once more, I heard a string of deafening explosions as number one blasted my parents, or their spiritual essences, or their ghosts, or whatever had drifted back into my life, off to oblivion. It was like that night back in Kansas all over again. Only worse, because I didn't have any idea what happened to a blasted spiritual essence. "Good shooting," fake dad said from the corner. "I'll say," added fake mom. "Ha! I'm just getting started. That was nothing. Now it's time for the blood and guts and gore." I heard the whine of the Opus 2424 recharging its pain resonator. "Game over, you pathetic little puke meister!" And he swung his weapon up and aimed it right at me.
Sweet damn, boy, that poor guy's getting stuck in one conundrum after another. It's crazy.
Yes, puppy, it is quite a conundrum. And you should still not be talking to me or Princess Todd.
Well, if you want me to just shut up, then just get me out of this damn corner. I'll do everything.
I will think about it. But I'm not completely convinced that you deserve to be out of the corner.
Of course I deserve out of the corner. I deserve more than that, please.
No. Anyway. That was a lot. I'm not gonna lie, the whole two moms, two dads thing just popping out of nowhere was very, very concerning. It was quite a mind trip. What say you, Princess Todd? I thought so. Well, looks like Daniel had to deal with some Daniel had to deal with some serious existential crisis there. Woo! I was starting to worry about his mental health on that one. So, for those of you who want to know what happens next, comment your own theories down below about what might happen in the next chapter. For those of you who have already read this book, please don't comment anything. Please don't spoil it for anybody else. Okay? I'm trying to run a very good channel here.
Ha! Ha! Very good channel, my
Hey,
butt.
I'm doing good. Okay, you know what? I changed my mind. You stayed in that corner.
No!
Anyways, like I said before, if you guys enjoy the videos, make sure to click that like button, comment down, and make sure to smash that the subscribe and notification bell. That way, you are alerted of all my other videos. This has been Jake Flame and Princess Todd.
And Puppet Doll!
You don't count because you're off screen.
Like how that counts!
Also, you're punished.
You cannot give me good grade!
Signing out, y'all. Oh, wait, hold on. Before that, if y'all want, you can also comment down about what kind of voice you want Princess Todd to have if they ever decide they don't want to be a mute anymore. Say goodbye, Princess Todd. Yeah, we really need to get them a voice. So please make sure to comment down on all that stuff. Now, signing out.